Good morning and happy Monday. Always nice to begin the week with you here on 3+U. We're going to kick off the show this morning with one of our favorite people. Dr. Tiffany Ahlberg is here this morning with Ahlberg Audiology. Very often when Tiffany is here, she's talking about something that she's been maybe noticing in the office, something heavy on her heart that she wants to share. But this morning, your idea kind of came from a conversation you had with a patient recently. Is that right?
Yes, I have. This happens quite often. It was just more apparent recently when a patient came in, and she reluctantly came in with her son, and the son was like, "Mom, you have a problem," and she was like, "I don't really feel like it's that bad. I don't feel like I have enough of an issue to really treat. I can hear, I just don't understand." And so the son said, "Can we put her in something just to kind of show her like what she's missing?" So we put her in loaners. She came back in yesterday, and I fit her with her hearing aids. But she came in, she was so excited, so happy. She was like, "I cannot believe how much better I hear. I cannot believe all the things I was missing." And so sometimes, it's you don't know what you don't know,
right?
And it's just it's good for me to see sometimes the excitement that hearing better brings to people. It's so fun.
You sort of casually brushed over something that I bet a lot of people scooted up to hear, because you said you gave her some loaners. This is an investment that you're making in your life when you go to get hearing aids, and you don't want to rush into anything. You want people then to try it before they buy?
I mean, okay, so I say that reluctantly because there are certain insurance plans that won't let us do that.
Okay.
But the ones that do, yes, we have something available to where we can fit someone while they're waiting on theirs, or just to see how they're doing with them, and just to try them.
Why do you think people are so reluctant to come and finally
because
get them?
Because you don't know what you don't know. You don't, hearing loss happens so gradually that it inches away. And so your brain compensates every time it loses just a little bit. And so it compensates, and you don't realize, hey, I just, it's not like you lose everything at one time and it's like, oh my goodness, I can't hear. I mean, that can happen, but not very often. Most of the time it's a gradual loss. And so when we put devices on someone and they're getting almost, not every time do we turn them all the way up to their prescriptive target the first day, but they're getting back that sound all at once, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, is this how I'm supposed to hear? This is too loud." And it's just because their brain has to reorganize and get used to that all over again.
Well, I mean, you've always heard about people who if you lose your sight, another of your senses kind of heightens to compensate. So if you're gradually losing your hearing, you're just adjusting every day to that loss.
Your brain is working harder, and that's why, and we won't talk about that so much today, but that's why there is a link to cognitive decline and hearing loss, because it's taking a lot of that workload and trying to understand what people are saying.
That makes sense.
Having to work really, 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 really hard. And the same part of the brain that is decoding speech is also for short-term memory. So that's why there's that link. But your brain is working harder. Your eyes are working harder, trying to lip read and fill in the blanks. And so you have a lot of things going on.
I wear contacts. So if my prescription is not right, midday, I kind of have eye fatigue and my head will hurt. If you're not having your hearing corrected and treated properly, does that also lead to fatigue?
Yes, auditory fatigue is a huge, huge thing. I mean, people will say, "I hear so much better in the morning than I do in the afternoon." It's because you're better prepared in the morning. Your brain is fresh. You're ready to put all that effort into hearing, and then you're just tired by the end of the day, and you're just, you don't have the energy to put forth to putting all the pieces together.
We came out to see you, not too long ago, and Tiffany's the one who's always here, but it's a team that you work with, and you're very proud of all the audiologists that are there on the team with you. But what a welcoming office you have. I would imagine that the first visit in, people are a little bit nervous. They don't quite know what to expect.
Right, yeah, it is. It's one of those things that you're like, I don't know what I'm getting into. I don't know what I'm walking into. So
Yeah.
we try to put people at ease when they come
So
in.
when you come in, I know you're a big believer in the baseline hearing test, even if you don't think you're experiencing problems yet. But if somebody has been putting it off, when they come to see you, how long are they there for that initial appointment?
So it depends on what they're coming in for. If their goal is just for a baseline test, then we usually schedule 30 minutes just to perform the test and go over the results. If they are wanting to talk or discuss about hearing aids, if they're pretty sure that they have a hearing loss that they're wanting to get some more information on, then we schedule an hour for that so that we can talk about different options that would.
I would imagine that you can't possibly know the ins and outs of every insurance plan out there, but you did say that some will cover the loaners and some will not.
Yes, so we always check benefits before people come into the office.
Okay.
So we check the benefits and we know what their insurance is going to do or not do before that.
Is it important if you have friends or family members that already have a hearing device and you know what's working well for them, do you still come in with an objective viewpoint to find out what's going to be best for you? Don't think that theirs is going to be yours?
Exactly. I mean, I always liken it to someone who has a different eye prescription, and I think about my grandfather who had macular degeneration. He could not have used someone else's prescription or that particular set of glasses, and it worked for him. So people have different losses, they have different needs, different expectations come with different hearing losses, and so if we go over that particular hearing loss, you know, what different, what particular hearing device might work for them to help them the best.
Well, all you have to do is give them a call. Ahlberg Audiology, 2 locations, by the way, Cleveland and also in Athens. Phone numbers are different, but the website's the same, ahlbergaudiology.com. If you go on that, you can find the phone number for either one and read more about the practice. Great to see you.
You too.
Hurt in a car wreck? You've got one shot to get the money you're entitled to.
Not all injury lawyers are the same. The lawyer you choose could change your life.
Any lawyer can get you something, but the right lawyer can make a huge difference.
Don't leave money on the table.
If you've been hurt, we'll fight to get you every single dollar you deserve.
The board-certified attorneys at The Insiders are the only lawyers I trust.